Hello to you all, and today I wanted to speak to you about the color of your skin and whether it defines who you are and whether it separates you and who actually are you? Are you your skin tone or are you much more? So listen to this. This is chapter 1 called Creation in the Discourse. This is what the guides say. Alba asked the question, so you're speaking of diversity and diversity of the souls and their experiences. So what happens when they get onto planet Earth? You know, at this time, there are so many different issues going on between races, religions, and cultures. I mean, just look at Palestine and Israel, or one of the examples. Why do we have so many different cultures and backgrounds on Earth if it's going to cause problems? And what was the answer? Well, there are many reasons for that. They have come and they have incarnated into a form called human. But that is not their lineage. So they come within a line or a photonic structure, carrying what you term DNA or a loop. And this is what differentiates one from another. But it'll also remind them of whom they are and what they're carrying through from their home planets. She said, although they have these loops, she said, okay. And then I carried on. Although they have these loops, they're still human. But the diversity is needed to teach humanity that they all come from a different lineage. And although they are part of a human race and a human adventure this time round, they've actually come with their different strengths to be united. They are here to help Earth get back into the Earth's family fold where it belongs. But instead of fighting amongst themselves like children on a playground squabbling, they should eventually realize who they are and what they are all working towards. When their photonic structure gets a little help from those that sent them here, then they're going to wake up at different time periods, and they will awaken when it's necessary to help with this evolution process. And the reason that I'm reading that today is because somebody put a comment on one of the sessions asking if all these stories that my guides have been telling, where are the Africans in those stories? And I can understand that question that she asked because she's African, and what she's really saying is, hey, what about me? Don't I count as well? But she forgot who she was. African is just the coat that she's wearing for this current adventure. African is not who her soul is. African is not who her essence is. She's got many fractals, and just one of them happens to be fractals called brown, called African, skin tone brown. But if you had to look at the ray of color that individual came in this time round, what color is she on the inside that she's vibrating to? Because when she vibrates to her tone and her frequency, that will vibrate with all the other tones and frequencies on that vibrational level, no matter whether they're African, whether they're European or Caucasian, Chinese, Indian, Mexican, whatever color you want to call us, that we all segregate and divide ourselves by, is not who you are. It's your essence that says and defines who you are. And the guide said, stop judging each other. Because whatever you're judging, you have actually been that yourself once before. So guys, let's stop separating each other by the color of the meat suit that we've decided to take on board today. And if somebody decides to give a racial slur against you, you know who you are. It says nothing about who you are, and it says everything about where they are. Because sadly, there are some people who still don't know who they are. They don't realize that they are a spark of light traveling through time-space continuum. And they think by saying, oh, I'm this color and you that color, and therefore I'm superior, it actually makes themselves feel better. But in actual fact, it doesn't make themselves better. So let's just be kind. As they say, be kind. And what does kind mean? Be kind to yourself. Know that when somebody says something that is not particularly nice to you, it doesn't define who you are. So if somebody said, well, you've got the most ridiculous elbow that I've ever seen, is that really going to offend you? All this name calling. If you know who you are, why would it offend you? Stay true to yourself. Let that color, that internal color vibrate. And be proud of your external skin tone, whatever it is, because that's what you've chosen to experience this time round. Say, yep, I am. I'm African. Yep, I'm white. Yes, I'm Chinese. I'm Eskimo. I'm Indian. I'm Martian, whatever it is. Yep, you're quite right. I'm glad to see your eyes are working. You don't have to go to Specsavers. This is what I'm experiencing, and I'm having an absolute fabulous time. What about you? How's it going for you? So let's send those people who always wish to denigrate another a little bit of love, a little bit of support, because they haven't quite realized the beautiful, colorful beings that they too can be. And that's all I've got to say on this particular rainbow. Lots of love. Cheers.